my bold and the beautiful fans. Welcome back to the channel. And you know what time it is. We got the spoilers for this upcoming week. And yeah, we got a lot to unpack. You know what? I'm going to give you guys a few highlights. And then we'll dive deep into this episode and give you all of the juicy details. First, we see Bill getting vulnerable with Katie. Hope and Carter discussing office romance. We also see Dr. Buckingham is back giving Taylor a diagnosis. However, Taylor, oh yes, she's skeptical. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack these spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of September 30th through October 4th. We start off with Magnificent Monday, September 30th. Yeah, the week kicks off with some serious family drama as Will finally opens up to Katie and his dad about how he really feels about Bill Spencer. Yeah, we got to expect some raw emotions and some hard truths as Katie is left reeling from her son's honesty. And rounding up our Monday episode, yes, meanwhile, we got Ridge facing a nightmare when he finds Taylor is unconscious, coming off that Friday cliffhanger. Yes, his panic sets the stage for a wild ride this week, filled with tension and fear over what might be happening to Taylor. And now moving in Terrific Taco Tuesday, the first day of October 1st, as, oh boy, Brooke is not playing games. She reminds Steffi that Ridge's heart belongs to her, not Taylor. And of course, cue the dramatic eye rolls from Steffi. However, Ridge, on the other hand, is in complete turmoil after learning Taylor's diagnosis. And I'm telling you, we know what she thinks has been said from her general practitioner, that she has heart failure. And of course, you know it's going to be big enough to rattle the unflappable Ridge. And I'm hoping they're not trying to draw him into another triangle, because as we get later into the week, she gets a very interesting diagnosis. Okay, so let's move into Hump Day Wednesday, the midweek episode, October 2nd. Ridge continued to be concerned about his ex as he's urging Taylor to get a second opinion on her diagnosis. And yeah, she really hasn't seen a cardiologist yet. She got a diagnosis over in Europe from her primary doctor, but she needs to see a specialist to find out what's going on. But Taylor, as fierce as ever, isn't so sure about getting another look at her condition. I mean, is she in denial, or is there something more to the story that meets the eye here? It's Friday Eve, you guys. Thursday, October 3rd. Guess who's back? In comes Dr. Grace Buckingham, who runs a battery of medical tests on Taylor, digging deeper into her condition. Will we finally get some answers? And she's the one that needs the answers, since she needs to get that opinion. I'm wondering what Dr. Buckingham is going to say. Meanwhile, on Thursday, we got Bill. He's letting his guard down and gets vulnerable with Miss Katie Logan. Cue the romantic tension. We already saw he put that proposition on the table to have his family back together in last week's episodes. So yeah, the question is, how vulnerable is Dollar Bill Spencer, the stallion, going to get with Katie? We got to stay tuned. Which now takes us into TGIF, the Friday Cliffhanger episode, October 4th. Remember, we were talking about Bill being vulnerable. I mean, could a reconciliation be on the horizon? Or will Bill's emotional outpouring push Katie further away? Well, things heat up as Brooke discovers Katie's true fear. Yeah, look like Katie is hiding the fact when it comes to Brooke, because she did hear previously, about a year or so ago, how Brooke is always the love of his life. So before she get involved with Bill Spencer, she needs to clear the air with her sister. Now, of course, it looks like Brooke is going to try to calm her nerves, because she is Team Ridge. Yeah, Pinecone Poppy, as Bree call him. Yeah, she's Team Ridge when it comes to that, at least for this moment. But yeah, honestly, you know what? If you want Bill, go get him, girl. I mean, you tried to get Poppy and put all that energy into getting Poppy out of his life. And, well, it seems like she's gone. So, you know what? He's open and available for you, Katie. Maybe you should go ahead and take him up on his offer. And And rounding up our Friday cliffhanger episode, meanwhile, Taylor is skeptical as she began to question that diagnosis that Dr. Buckingham gave her. Maybe it is not as serious as she thought, or if it is the situation, that it's treatable and not the end of the world. Did she get a misdiagnosis, or is Taylor just in denial about her health? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this is. But if they keeping her around and nothing is really as bad as it seems with her, could she use this as her advantage point if she going to try to reel Ridge in? In my opinion, I hope we don't have another triangle using this illness. And finally, we can't forget about this little teaser when it came to none other than Hope and Carter. Hashtag harder. Yeah, it's interesting because we don't have a date for this preview that we saw. However, it looked like they're going to be discussing whether or not to have an office romance. All I can say is, hey, Thope was hot and I miss Thomas, but obviously Thomas is somewhere in Paris with Paris. In the meantime, I wouldn't mind seeing Carter shirtless, and I gotta say, if he bring that same energy that he had with Quinn and she bring that same energy that she had with Thomas, we could have a hot new couple on the horizon. And we've been talking about this spoiler for the last 2 weeks since my September 10th standalone episode. Oh, it looks like Carter is Hope's new man. So we got to stay tuned for this and everything else going on in LA for the bold and the beautiful for the week of September 30th through October 4th. Okay, my soapies, there you have it. Yes, the drama this week is off the charts with heart-stopping revelations and plenty of emotional turmoil. We don't want to miss a moment. Let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. What do you think about Bill getting vulnerable with Katie and Katie wondering if he still got the hots for her sister Brooke? Hope and Carter discussing a little bit of office romance. Listen, there's been so much romance happening in that office. Why stop now? Taylor is skeptical. Why? Because of that diagnosis that Dr. Buckingham gives her. And I'm wondering, what actually is she skeptical about? Especially if it's not what she truly think it is. She hasn't seen a cardiologist at this point, only her primary doctor back overseas. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dr. Buckingham has to say. Also, make sure you check out the Young and the Restless spoilers also for this upcoming week, as well as we have Daniel learning Heather's not coming back home. Victor questions Victoria's loyalty to Billy, and Sharon, oh yeah, she's keeping up appearances after everything she did last week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. I am T from Soap Corner Talk, and until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, soapies.